Hello and welcome to Unlaced, where we untie the game of basketball from playing and coaching to everything in between. My name is Coach Will. This is my wife Amber.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about Lace Up Academy.
Lace Up Academy.
Lace Up Academy.
Hint the name Unlaced come from Lace Up Academy.
Oh, for sure. Gotta
Yeah.
have some kind of way to tie it all together. So,
So why are we talking Lace Up today?
well, I want to start off by saying that it is October, and October is the month we started Lace Up 3 years ago. So we are starting on year 4 of Lace Up, just finished up year 3, and it's a pretty big milestone. It's pretty. I'm happy. I'm proud of us where we got so far.
Yeah,
and
it's going great.
Looking to see what Lace Up has next in store for us.
Well, before we dive into like the history of Lace Up, October also is when we moved to Cabazon. 4 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we were in we moved to Cabazon 4 years ago, and then in October, and then 1 year later in October is when we started Lace Up.
That's crazy. All right.
Literally a year later. Yeah. So fun facts.
Yeah.
Fun facts of the day. So we know a little bit about what Lace Up is, but before the birth of Lace Up, where is the conception of Lace Up? Where did it come from?
I feel like a lot of programs are geared towards players that already have tons of experience, who already know what they want to get out of basketball. There really isn't a lot for beginners, and I feel like that's because maybe there's not as much patience when it comes to beginners. Beginners usually start by playing like City League, which is a good starting point, but I wanted to have a step before that. I wanted to introduce this Lace Up program because it builds them their confidence, gives them the skills, the idea of what basketball is, the fundamentals, all that stuff.
Right, but where was you? I'm talking like personal. Where was Lace Up thought of? When did you like, I want to create a class for beginners? Where and when did that come from?
I think it comes from, being cut from teams. I've been cut twice from basketball teams before.
Okay.
And I know that feeling sucks, and I hate that feeling, and I don't want kids to have to go through that if they don't have to. So if I give them a good starting point to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and when they reach to middle school team, travel ball team, high school team, they'll be in a better space for that. Hopefully they won't end up getting cut. They still might, but it really depends on where they decide to go with basketball.
So was it a thought after you got cut from a team where it's just like, I'm going to start a program for beginners?
No, it came later on.
Okay, that's what I want to know. I want to know the when exactly.
It came later on.
Because did you already know you wanted to do this when we moved to Cabazon, when you moved here, when you were up north?
Oh, I've had an idea. So
that's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Originally, Lace Up started as an idea when I was in Northern California as a travel basketball program.
Okay.
That was the original.
Travel ball. Okay. Yes.
That was the original thought for Lace Up Academy. It was going to be Lace Up, travel ball, Lace Up Wildcats, same color scheme, black, red, blue, white. But I realized that I needed to have a step before that to get to that point. So that's why I started up Lace Up. I just wanted to kind of use that as an opportunity, as a gateway into the travel ball program. Right. So
your own skills thing as a gateway to your travel ball thing.
Correct. Yes. Okay. And this first step of Lace Up has gone so well that I haven't really felt a need to want to move on just yet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of taking my sweet time with my Lace Up basketball skills program before I transition into a travel ball program. And we've been doing this for 3 years now. I feel like we've built a good reputation in Banning, Beaumont, and Yucaipa.
Yeah, when people think of Coach Will, they do think of, I'm assuming they also think of Lace Up Academy.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the goal. We still want to expand the clinics, and we want to fine tune them, maybe hire a couple of coaches in the near future to take over when I start my travel program, but that's all.
Right. Because I still want to know, okay, so we got the idea from your up north travel ball team. Okay, so now we're here. We're in Cabazon. Now walk me through, how did we get to year 1 of Lace Up?
Well, when I first went to Southern California, I was working for TriFit Sports.
Yes.
And TriFit was a good program. I liked it. It was stationed out of Rancho. And so when we were in Colton, it worked out good for us. But when we moved to Cabazon, it became very difficult, not really worth the trip.
The drive to multiple places.
Yeah, I was driving all over the place. I wasn't getting very many hours. I was barely getting enough hours to cover my gas for the trips. So, but TriFit was a great program, and they had a lot of. I kind of used a lot of their details to help shape what I wanted for Lace Up. Even though I already had a pretty good idea to begin with, they had the structure that I was looking for, which was a huge help.
Yeah, the weekly classes and stuff.
Yeah, so I did a lot of copy and paste from my experiences there. How long would you say I was with TriFit? Like a year and a half?
I don't think it was that long.
Really?
No, because we were in Colton for about a year before we moved here. Because you came down in 2020.
Yeah.
And we moved in 2021.
Okay.
So less than a year.
Yeah.
And you were with them.
I was still with TriFit a little after the fact too. I got promoted to a hiring manager.
Yes.
And so I was doing that through Zoom. That was kind of cool, but kind of confusing also. But
so then was with TriFit. We come here. You was there for a little bit, and then you go to Oakley. Still with the Lace Up in mind, or was it?
Oh yeah, no, Lace Up was already in mind. I wanted Oakley because I wanted something immediate, something I can kind of like fall back on in case Lace Up doesn't start when I wanted it to.
True.
And I think Lace Up started around the same time as I got with Oakley. Or maybe I got Oakley a little earlier than.
A little earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I got my start with Lace Up in Banning and in Ukaipa.
Right. So what was that process? I was
doing my individual coaching trainings.
Yes, we were doing individual
trainings.
Yes,
I was going
to the parks.
Out to like Highland, and I was going out to like
with the boys.
And then did some local trainings at Sylvan Park and Roosevelt Williams Park in Banning, and then eventually ended up over here also. But I gave my business card, my individual Coach Will development training business card to one of the guys in Ukaipa at the community center. And he reached out to me and was like, we're actually looking for someone to create a basketball program here for us in the city. And we think that you'd be a perfect fit for it because, you know, you got the structure, you got your business cards, you got all the details worked out already. And I was like, well, that'd be great. Yeah, I would love to start that up. So, I think I started Ukaipa and Banning around the same time, but Ukaipa reached out to me first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I said, this is it. I'm taking what I've been doing with my individual trainings and with my TriFit experience and, you know, just coaching and being around basketball in general. And I'm just putting it all together and putting this class together for these beginners.
So did we choose Banning because it was close? Because I'm pretty sure we also looked into Cabazon Community Center.
Yeah.
They wasn't really accepting.
The community center here in Cabazon was a little iffy. I feel like they didn't quite understand what I was asking of them. And, the requirements they had just didn't seem realistic to us, so we just kind of just ended up just not going pursuing Cabazon.
Do you remember when we built the program? We went to the diner at Morongo.
Oh yeah,
we had the little business meeting.
Yeah, I do remember that.
We basically built the structure and all of that, and how it was gonna, and we created Fate. That was in another restaurant. I think that was in like IHOP or Denny's.
Probably. Yeah.
Based off the TriFits.
Yeah, so it's beef. So beef, I found out that beef isn't just a TriFit thing. That's a pretty well-known acronym.
Okay.
Balance, elbows, eyes, and follow through is beef, right? And we turned that into FATE, F-A-T-E, FATE, foundation, alignment, target, execution. So, beef I think is a little easier for the kids to understand, but
the smaller words.
I think Fate gives a better breakdown of it. So
we built it. We go to Banning. They accept it, and Ukaipa, because I'm pretty sure we did start them either a month apart. I know we started with Banning in October, and maybe we started with Ukaipa in November, or we started both in.
I think we started both in October, but I don't remember for sure. We could have done one and the other.
Okay, how was that? Your first classes. So now Lace Up exists, is being advertised to the cities, at least in Banning and Ukaipa, and now we're at day one First week, first class.
I'm excited. High spirits. I don't have any lace-up gear at
No
all.
lace-up gear.
All we have is a logo, I think, at this point, and the flyer.
Did we have? I have to find the original logo that
please
you drew.
Please don't find that logo.
The original logo with the shoe and the basketball and the ribbon.
My gosh.
I think if I find it, it will be in this video.
If she posts the video or the picture of the logo in the video, I want you guys to understand it was just a quick sketch that I submitted for the artist to have an idea of where to begin from. This is what I'm looking for. Boom, boom, boom. I know you do a way better job with this. Here you go.
You still did good. Coming from someone who can only draw stick figures, I can't draw a shoe with laces and the ribbon with the little angles, and I can't do none of that. So
yeah.
But we didn't have no gear. Just you. We didn't even have the wagon.
Oh yeah, no. The first month was rough, carrying all my equipment from the car to the gym, back to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially that you kept all those stairs, but the wagon was a lifesaver. Big difference maker.
We're at first day. You're excited.
Yeah. So yep. So we show up with all of our equipment. We have limited equipment, but we have the structure in place. We're doing some quick, simple drills like just kind of weaving the ball between our legs and doing little like tip tap circles, tap dribbles around in the circle. We do our stretches. So the stretches I don't think have changed much at all from the beginning. It's been pretty much the same.
You might have added some. Added a couple more.
Yeah, I know we added the walking on the toes. That wasn't the original thing, but for the most part, it was pretty much the same structure. We spent about 5 to 10 minutes doing our stretches. We do our attendance. We go over what the expectations are for the class and what we're going to cover today, how the structure is for the whole month. And then we go into our dribbling drills and passing drills.
Yeah, for the first week, dribbling and passing.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. We the cool part about that was everyone was new to lace up. There was no experienced lace up kids, and so we were all in the same playing field at that point.
Yeah.
But we had a good group of kids. We had a lot of people who stuck with the program and were like regulars with it.
Yeah.
And even 3 years in, regulars tend to fall off, and that's normal, right? But we've had people who stuck around for like 5-6 months at a time, a year and a half.
Is that the goal? Because it is for beginners. So is that a goal for kids to experience out of lace up?
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
I would say so. Yeah. We do a lot of repetitive drills at times, I feel like, but kids love the drills that we do. And I would rather them get comfortable with the drills that we do and get that experience, that be more confident in those drills than to throw like 30 different drills at them at a time. So, no, I like the structure we have in place. I think it's great keeping it prioritized for beginners.
Yeah, because there is not a lot of that. And I remember you saying too that and I explain this to parents too when I'm talking to the parents about it being a beginner's class, and some parents are like, oh, this is his first time around a basketball, and I tell them, because you told me that it's good for them to mess up in this class, and this is where you learn those mistakes rather than being thrown into City League or something intense where now you're scared to mess up and now you don't want to play anymore.
Yes, because even though City League I think is a good starting point for most kids, there's still consequences when you make mistakes.
Yeah,
and there's still pressure in that making mistakes in practice or in games. Get silly turnovers, you have to sit out for a while, right? I wanted them to come in and make those mistakes here in my class, because they make the mistakes in class, there really is no punishment for it.
No.
You get to get back in
and then this is where you learn, because I'm here to teach you.
Right.
This is why you can't dribble the ball with 2 hands, because that's called
traveling. Double dribble.
Right? Yeah.
I double dribble is a specific call, but it's still traveling. So I call it traveling as a generic thing, and people be like, "That's not traveling. It's double dribble." Well, it is traveling.
Turnover.
Yeah. So
either way, turnover. So we're in Banning. We're in Ukaipa.
Remember we had those random orange T-shirts? I think it was a spring break camp. They did orange T-shirts.
Yeah, at the Banning. Yeah, so talk about that, evolving into a whole camp.
Yeah, so
a whole camp.
After a couple of months of doing Lace Up and Banning, they asked me if I wanted to do a spring break camp for the kids who are out of school and trying to find something to do for kids busy. I said I would love to do something like that. What are the parameters of this class? And they were telling me, it's a 70-30 split like we do, but we will order basketballs and shirts for the program, and that cost will come out of the final check you get from the program. I said, okay, cool, that works for me, great. So we had to change the structure a little bit for that.
Yeah, because it was every day.
It was every day, and it was longer sessions. So we made more room for scrimmages. We made more room for like shoot around.
More games. You started with the like icebreaker game.
Oh yeah, we did the icebreakers. I like the icebreakers a lot, actually. So that was always really, really fun. So yeah, no, I think Lace Up has been going really, really smooth. I think it had a really good start. There is one thing I want to put out there though. So my dad has a friend who was cut from the baseball team in college.
Okay.
And he was a great athlete. He played basketball, he played football, but he wasn't as good as baseball as my dad was. So my dad played baseball at college, and the friend did not. That friend played in adult baseball leagues from that point on up until he couldn't play anymore.
Okay.
And my dad kind of like did some psycho evaluation of his own, saying how like this is all because he couldn't make the team for college. He wanted to prove he could play with these guys, so now he's playing every single year. And I feel like maybe some of Lace Up comes from that also, from being cut from the team, and just wanting to make sure people are in a better position. If they do get cut, it's not the end of the world. They give it their best. So I feel like that's part of what Lace Up stems from also. So I do these classes year round and 3 times a week.
You wasn't cut for not knowing the basics, was you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm just saying, I want to make sure that the kids I work with don't get cut for that reason.
Oh, because they didn't know the basics. Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
A lot of kids think that they can just show up and play. Like, if you never really played organized ball before, but you do okay at recess or at the park or whatever, they can just show up and make a basketball team. You cannot. You have to be like probably a top 10 talent in the area to just show up with no experience and make a team.
Yeah, but even then, you have to have the experience. You have to know the basics.
Gotta know the basics.
You can't just put ain't that much athleticism in the world.
I get a lot of parents who come to me and say, "Oh, I signed my kid up for this class because he wants to try out for the school team in 2 months. He never played basketball before." Well, I'm telling you right now, this class is not going to be enough for him to make this team.
No, because I am the start, but you need to build on it.
You need to start months before, maybe even a year before, and get him prepared or her prepared for tryouts. There's not much I can do in a situation like that to get your kid ready for a tryout. But I tell them that straight up front, and I do my best and let them know this is what the class is like.
But keep coming, and you will eventually. But speaking of parents, how has it been? With the parents, like what kind of feedback or support have you gotten from?
I think a lot of parents. Hello?
Carry on. I got something buzzed in my ear.
I think a lot of parents love my classes. They think that I'm very patient with the kids.
They do.
I think that the kids are learning a lot.
I hear that from the parents.
Yeah. We need to get some feedback from the parents in one of these videos, but majority of the parents, they love the class. They love my patience with the kids. They love the structure of the class. That's what the kids are learning. They're developing, and the kids love the class. They all are excited to come back. Parents tell me all the time, "This is all my kid talks about all week long. They can't wait to come back to their next class next week."
That's good.
Yeah, no, I
means
love
we're doing something right.
Exactly. But I do get some parents who are very critical of the class, saying that the kids aren't getting enough out of it, saying that their kids too advanced for this class. Sometimes they are too advanced for this class, and I don't want to be like, "No, your kids need my class needs to learn." If you find a program that's better suited for your kid, please go ahead. I get it, but my focus is on these beginners here.
Beginners, and also building on the fundamentals for non-beginners,
right?
Because you do get people who know how to play,
right?
And then
missing layups,
who still miss layups, but even then, talking to those parents, when they do talk to me and I talk to them, it is a lot of, he knows how to play. He's played before, she's played before, but I want them to still start from the beginning. Learn how to get comfortable dribbling with their offhand and the proper layup form. Because yes, they can make a layup, but is it really 1-2 up,
No,
right,
not all
left
the
up,
time.
you
Not all the
know.
time. So people come at an angle on the side. They turn their body as they're kicking
Yeah,
out.
so I do hear from parents also, even of kids who played before, that they're like, no, they need to be here. I'm just like, hey, welcome.
Right? Yeah. No.
Please stay.
This space is for you guys. This space is for the kids who um, either don't have a lot of experience, don't have a lot of confidence, haven't really played before, haven't learned fundamentals, are brand new to the game. Like
Mm.
I get a wide range of kids who are in some sort of beginner, right?
So, what was I gonna ask? I forgot it. It's coming back to me. It's year round in Banning and Beaumont. Banning and Ukaipa. We're also in Beaumont. So how do we get to Beaumont, and why isn't it year round?
I had a parent in my banding class saying that I need to expand into Beaumont, and I was
Oh,
like, huh. They're like, yeah, they got this great gym over there at the Chatney Center. You know, you should definitely look into it. So I was like, I had no idea this place existed.
yeah.
Let me see if I can look them up and found an email. And I was reaching out to them and seeing what are the requirements to bring my class to your guys' location. And they had me fill it out. It was kind of iffy with them because every single month I had to remind them that I want to come back next month.
Yeah.
They would sign me up for, let's say, for example, July, and then June there was no sign for registration, and I had to reach out like, hey, are we not having class in June? Like, oh, you want to come back in June? Yes,
Yes,
I want to
every
come back
month.
every month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually I was able to get to every month with them until we reached our blackout period. So they have their city league, which they don't really
Mm.
have space for my classes
In the gym.
during their city league. And their city league is surprisingly long. I mean, it's like 5 6 months, so I only get about 6 months, six maybe 7 months of classes with them. So that was something that came up as well. Um, but yeah,
I lost my train of thought.
how we end up in Beaumont.
Yes, but there was something after that. I remember now. So being year round, do you think, because we have returners, we have people who come and go, so do you think being year round is a good thing? Is it like kind of a bad thing because people know that we're there? Or should we have a period where people miss us and then can't wait for us to come back? I like how it
You
is.
like how it is?
I like it being accessible to where people are just like, no, I know I can't come this month, but I know Lace Up is gonna be there
I like that too,
two
but I
months
also feel
later.
like because we're so accessible, people are just like, "Yeah, we'll come next month. We'll come
Yeah.
next month." So what I was kind of thinking, I mean, we can look into this later on, but like, let's say if we do expand into Palm Springs and Hemet, right? What if we do every other month, like every odd month, let's say Palm Springs and Bend, and every even month we do Hemet and Ukaipa, just
Hmm.
so that way we're not overextending ourselves too much, and also we give people a chance to consider the registration, and we can get maybe bigger groups as we do it that way.
Hmm.
Because my goal is to have, I want every class full. I want every class having 20 to 25 kids in it. That way we can expand the drills that we do,
Hmm.
and they're developing a lot faster. The more kids
Yeah, more
that are there,
kids, peer development.
yeah, yeah. That's the beauty of this class. Is like they're working with other beginners their age, you
Hmm.
know, other kids around the same level as them, and they're sharpening each other whether they realize it or not. Because I feel like throwing them in with advanced kids is really just going to tear them down.
It depends on the kid, yeah,
Yeah,
but most kids will be like, he doing
especially the
too
younger
much.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I like that it's accessible because you don't want people to move on. Oh, he's not here this month, and then now they forgot.
That's true. That's true. But the kids like it as much as they say they do, as much as the parents say they do.
Yeah, but also you don't have lace up this month. We're gonna sign you up for something else,
And that's no
and
priority.
that something else becomes a priority. You
I get
know,
that too.
I feel like the consistency of lace up. I think people like. Oh, I like
Mm-hmm.
personal. You talked about Kemet and possibly Palm Springs. Is there plans for how do we plan to grow lace up? Not is there plans. How are we gonna
I
grow it?
want to expand into other local areas like Palm Springs and Hemet. Um, Moreno Valley was an option we looked into as well.
But they
Um,
already had a basketball thing.
what I would like to see is that we are able to hire a few coaches, part timers, to come in and run these classes for us and then they can give us feedback, kind of scout for us which kids would be good to come and try out for Lace Up Travel Ball program that I want to run myself. And I think that would be a good feeder program, would be a good way to go from the Lace Up beginner classes to the Lace Up Academy Travel Ball program, and we can kind of scout within ourselves, scout within our own program who would be a good fit for the program. And then, yeah, that would be my. Oh, the camera's steady.
It's still there.
That would be.
Oh,
They heard me.
there we go.
I think that's a good goal to have for the future. Something to kind of to plan out. I really want to see this program grow and expand and be successful, and that means starting my travel ball program, getting the online store back up and running again. Something that we can look into. That's my ultimate goal.
Nice. I think we can get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm taking my sweet time because I'm enjoying the step that we're at right now.
Yeah, I don't want to rush past these classes and developing the kids.
Yeah, but I don't want it to look like the only goal is to build the travel ball program. It's really about developing the kids, building that reputation, getting my name out there, getting Lace Up name out there, and just hoping we get more people recruited for the program.
So has the Lace Up class gotten you any, I guess, not opportunities, but has it opened any doors just from being local in all of these different places?
Well, I think the biggest door that's opened so far is my day job now. I work with the city of Banning as the sports coordinator, and that I think immediately stems from doing these Lace Up classes every single week consistently with Banning. Other locations, Beaumont, Utaipa. One of my coworkers at the city was surprised that Lace Up is only 2 years old, going on 3 years old, or yeah.
At that time,
yeah, it's just it feels like it's been around forever. It's such a solid, structured program, and I was like, well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's a huge compliment.
Yeah,
I'll take that. I think that would be the main thing that Lace has gotten me. I've had some of the staff in the city tell me that I should look into coaching at the high school level, and I would love to do so, but it would cause me to change my Lace Up structure so much, and it might make it harder for me to start my travel ball program. So but I know how high school coaching goes. It is rare that a coach will stay in a program for more than 3 years at a time. Their high school programs are constantly switching coaches to find a good fit.
Yeah.
They might get rid of a good fit because they might want to try to pursue a better fit.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind pursuing coaching at the high school or the middle school level as a temporary solution, and there'd be low pressure to keep me or for me to stay because I want my call back on my
Yeah, program. But opportunity is opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
You hand your business card to the right person.
Yeah.
It can get some stuff going.
I think that could be a good step to take also, is coaching at the high school level or middle school level too. I would love to get back into coaching at the school level, middle school, high school, whatever it might be, but I'm not in a big rush to get there. I've had 3 experiences coaching at the high school level now, and I feel like all 3 of them kind of ended kind of sour. So I'm not really in a big rush to get back to that. I think that everything's going really smooth right now. Love the support I'm getting from the community centers and the communities themselves.
Yeah.
The parents, the kids. The program's going really well. I'm proud of what we built so far. I don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah.
Switching it up right now. This is going probably better than I could have imagined.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with what we got going right now.
What did you have? What was your imagination when we first took it to Banning?
I didn't think it was going to be as consistent as it was.
Okay.
I didn't think it was going to be as popular as it was. I didn't think we were going to be at 3 different locations like we are right now. I think it's going great. Yeah, I'm really happy where it's at, and to see how it can grow and get better. So, just want to point out that if you are interested in signing up for Lace Up Academy, we are in Banning on Tuesdays.
Yes.
We do 6:30 to 7:30, and then 7:30 to 8:30 for the older kids. We are in Ukaipa on Fridays.
Mhm.
We do 4:30 to 5:30 for my younger class, 5:30 to 6:30 for the middle class.
Mhm.
We do offer a 6:30 to 7:30 class for the older kids as well. Yeah. Beaumont just ends at the end of this month, October.
Boo.
I know. We are doing 5 to 6 for the younger kids, and then 6:15 to 7:15 for the older kids in Beaumont at the Chatty Center.
On Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays, yes.
When will it be back in Beaumont?
I believe it comes back in like June or July.
No, it's sooner than that.
Sooner than that?
Yes.
Let's see.
It's like April.
April. Okay.
Trying to miss a whole 2 months of
No, I'm
monies?
not. I'm not trying to miss no opportunities at all. I'm just saying it's a long gap.
It is a gap, but I don't think it's that long.
I'm glad it's not that long.
Yeah, it's
It feels like it's
definitely
that long.
before the summer. That's for sure.
Yeah, it feels like it's that long.
Yeah. And so, well, to wrap it up, we're talking Lace Up.
That's right.
Lace Up Academy. Any final words before we have to leave and go to class tonight because it's Friday?
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah,
we got class tonight.
Classes tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we talked about Lace Up on Unlaced. Thanks for tuning in with us today, guys, and we will catch you in the next video.
Bye bye.